Despite being only 17 years old, Billie Eilish is already on her way to music icon status. What's even more shocking is that her journey to stardom started when she was just 13 years old. But Billie Eilish is anything but your typical teenage singing sensation. Forget all of your ideas about ditzy teenage girls who sing about going to the mall to ogle at their crushes. No, Billie's music and aesthetic is edgy, dark, and sometimes outright disturbing. But while she's been making waves in the music industry for years now, there are still some strange things you might not notice. Keep on watching to find out. Billie Eilish began her music career way before she hit record on SoundCloud. Billie was born to a family of musicians and actors, which meant her performing talents developed early. Her mom, Maggie Baird, noticed her daughter's knack for singing when recording a family home video. Billie was just 2 years old at the time, singing "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star" in the bathroom. Maggie was surprised that her little girl had perfect pitch. Since then, Billie's been honing her singing skills. She joined the Los Angeles Children's Choir at 8 years old and started writing songs at 11. It's even harder to believe that she was 11 only 6 years ago. Born on December 18, 2001, Billie is one of the scariest and also best things to happen to music. The young singer is so unabashedly herself, forcing everyone to just deal with who she is. She doesn't care about what you think of her. Her only goal is to make music. The last thing you should tell her is to smile more. A quick scroll through her Instagram page shows that Billie is not one to smile for photos. Her piercing blue eyes are always half covered by her eyelids, as if she couldn't be bothered to open them fully. Her deadpan expression has become her signature look. Billie's EP, "Don't Smile at Me," says a lot about the 17-year-old's personality. In an interview with Essence, Billie explains that girls are often taught to always look happy or that they look more beautiful when they smile. She says, "I'm not gonna look like anybody except what I am. I want to impress myself." Billie may want to impress herself, but there's no denying that she has an audience to deal with. Because of her unique beats and progressions, gut-wrenching lyrics, and shocking visuals, people take notice. But one of the things people don't really notice about her is how she can contradict herself. She may don a deadpan facial expression in most of her photos, but in real life and in video, she seemed to be quite animated. Her eyes widen and jaw drops at the mention of famous rappers. She calls everyone dude and isn't afraid to gush ew at the mention of anything gross. More than that, her style is perhaps the most telling of this. Billie often dons baggy designer clothes. She draws a lot of her fashion inspiration from hip-hop, R&B, and rapper sense of style. Her clothes are far from revealing or body-hugging, which says, "Don't even think of looking at me." But the designer brands, bright colors, and multiple accessories also call out for attention. Instead of disappearing into her clothes, Billie just stands out more. With a face for high fashion and grayish blue hair, Billie is anything but someone who blends in with the crowd. But ever since her song blew up on SoundCloud, she's become a style icon to her fans. Now, countless teens are dressed like her while they attend her sold-out shows. Billie showed disdain for being in a room full of people who look like each other. Little does she know, it's happening at her very own concerts. She names Tyler, the Creator, as one of her main aesthetic inspirations. She draws a lot of her fashion sense from black rappers and celebrities who also happen to be her friends. The many chains, rare Air Jordans, and baggy shorts all have roots in hip-hop or rap culture, but Billie is anything but someone who grew up on the streets. She claims that her childhood was not as someone with a wealthy background. This may be true, as Highland Park only recently became attractive to hipster investors and is now, according to Billie, undergoing gentrification. Billie told Grammy.com that her neighborhood of Highland Park in northeast Los Angeles was actually really sketchy. She also says that she heard gunshots in the area she grew up in. This contrasts her memory of an idyllic childhood with her brother, which she recalled in an interview with Essence. The neighborhood she grew up in with this interview was affordable, artist-friendly, and conducive for homeschooling her and her older brother, Phineas. Growing up in Highland Park, which was a predominantly Latino neighborhood, may have contributed a bit to Billie's street cred. But the strange thing is, she's a young white girl who dresses very much like she's a part of rap and hip-hop culture. Billie's been photographed wearing a Louis Vuitton do-rag, baggy pants, and chains. It's bizarre to see a 17-year-old donning clothes that can easily criminalize a regular person of color. Or maybe this is just what the kids wear nowadays. After hearing celebrity kids' names like Apple, Blue Ivy, and Gravity, she's the daughter of model Lucky Blue Smith. It's like no one notices when a new star has a strange name. Billie Eilish might have rose to stardom so fast and with such shock value that no one could even process her interestingly unique name. Billie definitely has Irish and Scottish ancestry, hence the Irish version of Elizabeth, Eilish. Billie's been a popular name for a while, but ever heard the name Eilish, especially around America? Billie even said that she's fed up with being called Billie Eyelash because many can't figure out her name. But if you think Eilish is already unusual, take a look at her middle name. It's Pirate, but this arguably weird name is unofficial. Do you like that? Yeah. Her parents really wanted to name her Billie Eilish Pirate, but her uncle had a problem. After all, pirates are bad. Being named after something villainous may be right up Billie's alley though. Do you think Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell just rolls off the tongue? Let us know in the comments. Billie's made it clear that she has a penchant for all things dark, gruesome, and disturbing. Many would now look back at their teenage years and recall the emo phase, where black eyeliner and nail polish were all the rage. But Billie takes it a bit further, to the point where you don't even notice the subtle twisted digs. When people take a look at her Instagram page, they're astounded that in just a couple of years, Billie has garnered over 12 million followers. They don't bother bringing up the fact that her following count, or the number of people she follows, is at a steady 666. For many, it's known as the devil's number and is generally considered a bad omen. Maybe Billie knows exactly 666 people to follow on Instagram? Being born in 2001, Billie doesn't know a world outside of social media or YouTube. But if you do a quick search for her on YouTube, you'll probably only get a handful of videos of her songs. There are, however, video compilations of her funny Instagram or Snapchat stories, as well as her reacting to Teens React to Billie Eilish. People seem to be oblivious to the fact that her music promotion isn't traditional. Her social media presence draws in a lot of newer followers and fans who like her personally just as much as her music. Because people see a lot of her through social media, there isn't a huge urge to constantly produce music videos. It's a weird turn in the music industry that we may be seeing more of in the future. Billie is more than her clothes or her don't give an F personality. She's primarily where she is because of her music. Billie Eilish works closely with her brother Phineas, who is a former actor. The sibling duo debuted with Ocean Eyes on SoundCloud, which Phineas wrote and produced, but he's always been obsessed with his sister's singing voice, so he begged her to sing on the track. The then 15-year-old Billie agreed, and the pair uploaded the song onto SoundCloud. It blew up, garnering 2.2 million streams on the website. As of January 2019, Ocean Eyes has over 194 million streams on Spotify. It's safe to say that people are loving Billie's sound. Her music is a combination of alternative trap, electropop, and pop. It attracts a wide range of fans, whether they come from loving Khaled's songs or Lana Del Rey's. Billie's lyrics alone are a lot to unpack. One of the stranger things about Billie that people just accept wholeheartedly are her lyrics. They're about more than just teen angst and young heartbreak. In her song Bellyache, Billie straight up admits that the song is about murder. She created a character who is a psychopath for the song. The lyrics go on and on about her friends' bodies in the back of a car to her lover lying in the gutter. While it is purely fictional for Billie, it does reveal a dark side to her that may be worrisome for many. If a teenager wrote about killing his friends, wouldn't that be a cause for concern? But it seems to go unnoticed in the music world, where people see it as an artistic form of expression. Her other song, Bury a Friend, tackles sleep paralysis and is sung in the perspective of a monster underneath your bed. Billie confesses in the song that she is the monster because sometimes we're our own worst enemy. In the song Watch, Billie gets out of a toxic and unhealthy relationship. It's based on her own experiences, as she said she was in a similar relationship when she was just 13 years old. When talking about the story behind the song, Billie gets real deep for a teenager. This is where things get bizarre because she's so young but has an old soul. There's more to Billie than her eternal eye rolls and demanding where the avocados are. She's surprisingly in touch with her emotions, allowing herself to feel and go through them instead of pushing it all aside. Having music as an outlet definitely helps. In an interview with Noisy, Billie tackles the song Watch, and it's quite literal music video. She talks about how frustrating it is to still feel angry towards someone who hurt you because they still have control over your feelings. The life lesson may have come from a relationship between teenagers that wasn't meant to last anyway, but we're glad Billie was able to extract this from it. It's also bizarre that Billie's being touted as this generation's role model when she seems to live in a world quite far removed from her audience. Her audience consists of many young girls who look up to her for fearless attitude. While that confidence is a good thing to emulate, it's another thing for a child to look up to a teenager who has no qualms about writing expletives on her Nikes. Billie also poses a lot with a finger gun pointed to her head or pulling a chain around her neck as if it's a noose. The edgier side of Billie is amusing to those who see her as nothing more than an angsty 17-year-old, but to a child, her effect can be dangerous. At the end of the day, there are many weird things about Billie Eilish, but this may be exactly why so many people like her. She's not looking for your approval and is going to do whatever she wants. She's looking to express herself and is hoping that you find what you're looking for with the help of her music. Whether it's feelings of vindication against an ex or just admitting that you have problems too, Billie Eilish is there for you, baggy pants and all. What do you think? Is Billie Eilish bizarre in her own right, or are these familiar teen angst emotions in action? Let us know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to The Trendy for more. Thanks for watching.